up, nah, I ain't a quitter. Toss me the ball, I'm a really big hitter. Big picture, I'm a straight killer. Rising the song to the highest bidder. Got juice, got gas, I'ma move fast. New shoes, new tracks, like who's that? I'm new, come back, better than last. Yeah, it's a new me, never gonna look back. Never gonna look.
All right, welcome back to the Madden 12 Batavia Colliders franchise. We are going into week 10. Week 9 was our bye week. And so we are 7-1, and we're hosting the second place in the NFC West Best Team Banthas. And we did suffer some big injuries, including one to Morgan Montoya. So with him on the shelf, we re-signed Robbie Ivy to add depth to that position. So Ivy has one kick return for 15 yards. That's his contribution to the Colliders, but he will fill a spot on the bench now. All right, let's take a look at the roster for the Banthas.
Roster breakdown.
All right, the Banthas have a rookie quarterback out of Maryland. He's a national champion, Mark Lambert, and he's an 84 overall. They signed Greg McLean, who was on our team for the longest time. If we take a look at his career stats, 2011, 2012, terrible years. And then in 2013, he was on IR for the whole season for us. So he's come in, looks like a little bit for the Banthas. But Mark Lambert is the man. And he was drafted 7th overall. And he has 91 throw power and pretty okay accuracies. Let's see kind of what he's doing on the year. So 7 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, a typical rookie season for Mark Lambert. At halfback, they have a 91 overall in Marquise Boyd. Their fullback is Devon Coleman. He's an 80 overall. Wide receivers, not very good, just like the last team we played. Keontae Clay, 74. Dontarius Spencer, 74. Tim Luke is a rookie out of Oklahoma. He was playing next to Josh Hammond. Justin Bullock, Joe Blanchard, Antonio Faison. Tight end, Darren Foster, 80 overall. And the offensive line has a great left tackle in Steve Clark out of Stanford. He was drafted in the 2nd round. What a steal. He's a 92 overall, 97 pass block strength, 93 pass block footwork, and also good at run blocking. So Steve Clark, a steal and a beast for the Banthas. At left guard, they've got Clay Bartz, 85 overall. Their center is Jermaine Newsom. He's an 87 overall. Zach Johns is their right guard, 83 overall. And Damian Woody, with 15 years of experience, is their right tackle, 86 overall. On the defensive line, they've got Peter Johnson at left end. He's an 86. Right end is Orleans Howes, 90. That guy's always getting us, I think. Defensive tackle, Keenan Buchanan, and DeAdrian Golden, backed up by Tony Henderson, a rookie out of Texas. Left outside linebackers, Brandon Alden. In the middle, you've got Devin Wheeler, and Marcus Perry is a rookie or a second-year man out of Clemson, drafted in the 5th round. Not bad for a 5th rounder. Right outside linebacker is Zach Stewart and James Stevenson out of Maryland. In the secondary, you've got Taylor Browns, there's more than one, and Marcus Walker, Devon Owens, Jamion Brown, Fabian Graham. Free safety is Alex Butler, he's a 93 overall. Strong safety, Todd Wallace, he's injured though, 93 overall, but he's out of Alabama. He was drafted 13th overall in the 2012 draft. So we've actually been pretty fortunate not to be facing some of these excellent safeties. They all seem to be injured. So we might be looking at Harlan Walls instead. Kicker is Zach Wright. At least his name isn't Connor. He's a 91 overall. And the punter is Matt Wesley out of Texas. And that is your roster for the Bestine Banthas. All right, we saw the grim injury report during our bye week, so let's take a look again. Ahmad Mark is going to miss this game and then 2 more. Brian Harris has 5 weeks left. Morgan Montoya has the balance of the regular season out with a torn quadricep, so that's really unfortunate. Let's see the Banthas. Justin Bullock, a wide receiver who's a rookie out of Boston College, 7 weeks with a fractured toe. He was a 7th rounder, so they're not missing much. He's only an 81 overall speed. And Todd Wallace, who's out for 9 weeks, and he actually is good. That's the injury report. All right, welcome into Proton Park. This is game 9 of the season. We are in a rainy Batavia, Illinois. For the Colliders, who are in first place, to host the Bestine Banthas, who are in second place. All right, Colliders will be kicking off, and we'll get a chance to see the rookie quarterback for the Banthas. His name is Mark Lambert, the 7th pick overall out of Maryland, and they are the defending national champions. And Lambert's going to go long, and that's into a crowd. Bounces around a little bit, and incomplete. There you see Mark Lambert's numbers on the season. 7th overall. That's why he has 7 touchdowns and 7 interceptions. But he's got Tim Luke, another rookie. This guy is out of Oklahoma, and he's a 70 overall. So not quite the caliber of Josh Hammond, who should be coming out next year from Oklahoma. Ronald Taylor with the tackle. And it's 2nd and 8. And here we see Marquise Boyd, their talented running back. He's always giving us a hard time. He's a 91 overall. 3rd and 4, Lambert under pressure, and that one is thrown as a screen to Marquise Boyd, but DeMarcus Coleman on Johnny on the spot. He tackles him for a loss. So a punt to Phil Brown, and he breaks that tackle and doesn't get much further. So starting at the 25, it's Josiah Reed, as Ahmad Mark is still injured with that broken collarbone. Josiah Reed had a good game last week, coming in relief, 3 touchdowns. And this one gets to A.J. Muse, and he's in that starting wide receiver spot because Morgan Montoya is out for the rest of the season. Will Davis gets that handoff. He's stuffed, and he's in because Brian Harris is injured. So a lot of injuries for the offense. Can they do something with it? 3rd and 22. Reed goes deep. That's way too deep. So Josiah Reed looking a little bit more like the Josiah Reed of the last 2 years than the Josiah Reed of last week. So they're punting it away. And this one is returned by Thompson. And now we'll see Mark Lambert back in action. Here's Marquise Boyd, and he's got a lane, and he's just going to outrun everybody. I don't think Jake Jones is going to get there. That looks like a 60-plus yard touchdown for Marquise Boyd. Just like that, the Banthas go up 7-0. Just a huge hole up the middle for some reason. I don't think the defense we called was like that egregious. 66-yard rush for the touchdown. And now Robbie Ivy, who has returned to the team following the Montoya injury. He's got a different number now. He used to be 84, I think, but then we had to sign that bum tight end after we cut Ivy, and that bum tight end became 84. So anyway, now Ivy has to wear 89. This one goes out to the rookie, Brandon McNair, for a first down. Josiah Reed back to pass again, going long, too long it looks like. Yeah, that one's almost picked off. A.J. Muse was there. He's no Morgan Montoya. That's for sure. But here's Brandon McNair on the slant, and he's looking to have a little more impact now that he's bumped up one spot on the depth chart. After one quarter, Banthas are leading. But here's Will Davis, and look at him carry the pile. Will Davis, you go with your 5'8" self. So 1st and 10, they'll go to Davis again, and that time Keenan Buchanan just crushes them. So that's their defensive tackle. He's an 89 overall, and he's number 98. He's getting in there on a lot of these tackles. All right, Reed to throw. He's got the fullback, Jason Broussard, and that's a first down. So they're moving the ball now, and here's Davis getting a few there, and Keenan Buchanan tackles him again. All right, Reed to pass. He's got Antion Paholdi. And Paholdi is to the 3. Here's Davis, and he's got a touchdown. So, Colliders answer that 66-yard touchdown run with a Nice efficient drive capped off by a short touchdown run from Will Davis. And Will Davis has scored a touchdown in every game of relief of Brian Harris, just as Brian Harris had scored a touchdown in every game. So Collider's making rushing touchdowns part of the program this year. Lambert will drop back to pass in a tie ball game. He's got Boyd over the middle, and Jaquez Price is there to take him down after a 4-yard gain. Spencer in motion up, but it's a fake. They go to Boyd on the draw, the delay, I guess. He's got the first down. 4 carries, 77 yards. That's a good game so far for Marquise Boyd. Lambert to throw. Rush is coming, and it gets home, and that is Alexander Williams. Big old number 99 coming from his defensive tackle position. Ball is out, and Carlos Rich is out on the edge there from his left end spot, playing in some coverage there. So 3rd and 16. Marquise Boyd gets it, and Elisha Wright tracks him down. And they'll be punting. Punting in the rain. Phil Brown down to return it. Tries to get around the edge, but can't get there. So 1st and 10, 1 minute left in the half. And that one is incomplete to A.J. Muse. See, I think Montoya runs that route better. Going long into a crowd, and Josiah Reed, let's admit it, he's struggling. Oh, nice to shuffle out of the way of that pressure in that middle. So Reed with some awareness. Oh, it's all gone now, though. Only awareness for one play. Now it's 2nd and 23. Reed digging that out of the ground. Gets that one out to Ron Lewis. Nice play there. He was under pressure from the corner blitz. 3rd and 12. Can they dig themselves out of this hole? Does not look like they can. So 4th and 12. They're going to try a 62-yard field goal with Andy Gary. It's up and just short. So I think if we had a little bit of wind at our back, or if he had got 100% instead of 98%, we might have gotten that. But obviously Andy Gary convinced Amari Jenkins that he could make it, even though the conditions aren't really great. So Lambert back to throw. And he's going to step up, and that's intercepted by Centammuel Cheeseborough. And now they have 16 seconds. Can they do something with it? Can they get a little closer than a 62-yard field goal attempt? Reed to throw. He's got Davis over the middle. 10 seconds left. They're trying to rush to the line. They've got no timeouts left. Come on, come on, come on. Snap it, snap it, snap it, snap it, snap it. Reed snaps it, but the button input went one too many. And so instead of like snapping and dropping it, it was a snap and throw. So that one's really not on him. That's user error. So Josiah Reed has an interception. That's unfortunate. Not really his fault. I was trying to get the snap off, and, you know, I guess the input was received. Ivy to return this one. Not much there for number 89. Remember that he was a rookie that I got off the free agent scrap heap. He's an F, so this will be his last year with us, because I'm sure he'll be a 42 next year. That's Will Davis getting 5 more. So Reed trying to bounce back from his interception. Finds Brandon McNair again. This is one of McNair's more involved games. Number 88. That was the number formerly worn by Melquan Potts. Reed misses there. His receiver slipped, it looked like. And here's McNair again. And he's got 9, so 3rd and 1. Reed to throw. Going long, and oh, what a catch by Ron Lewis. That looked like it had interception or deflection written all over it, but Ron Lewis tracks it down. 1st down now at the 15. Reed to throw, and he can't get that one off in time. Going for Pahal D. Handoff now to Davis, who's looking for a little room up the middle. Gets about 4 yards, and Keenan Buchanan, of course, there to make the tackle. Reed to throw, and he's got Muse. Does Muse have it? That's going to be close. No call yet. Looks like they're going to measure. And the colliders come up short. It'll be about 4th and 1. Nope, 4th and inches. And they're going to go for it. Josiah Reed on the sneak. There's a flag on the play, though. Oh, it's a face mask. I thought it was holding, because that's usually what happens to me in that situation. So they get it a little closer. 1st and goal from the 2. They're looking to go ahead in this game after giving up a 7-0 lead early. And Davis pushes a man off, and he has his 2nd touchdown of the day. Who knew that this rookie 5th rounder, Will Davis, 70 overall, would have such a big role this year? All right, Andy Gary, can you make this kick? Couldn't make the 62-yarder. He can make the extra point, it turns out. And Will Davis averaging just under 4 yards per carry, but those 2 touchdowns have them in the lead. So can the defense hold up? Oh, a nice play by Ronald Taylor. So they're really putting a lot on Mark Lambert when all they have to do is hand to Marquise Boyd and he might get a 66-yard touchdown. So interesting play calling. We definitely have to take advantage of it. Lambert to throw again. Maybe they're seeing us prepare for the run, and so they're audibling into passing, but we'll take it. Much rather take on the rookie quarterback than Marquise Boyd, and that's not a very good punt. So we'll get the ball in plus territory. Broussard in motion. And here's a fake counter, it looked like, and he's got A.J. Muse. This is a nice developing play, and the blocking held up for Josiah Reed to deliver that one. Blocking does not hold up there. Zach Stewart just punishes the ball carrier. So Reed to throw again, and he's got Ron Lewis. Ron Lewis has really been amazing since he's returned. So he's just lighting it up. And that's good because Morgan Montoya is out for the rest of the season. We need a target. Here's a handoff to Will Davis. Finds a little bit of room up the middle. It'll be 2nd and 5. He's got 12 carries for 42 yards, 2 touchdowns. Reed hands off to Will Davis again, and initially had a little bit of running room, but then Keenan Buchanan came in to stop him. A lot of tackles from the defensive tackle position. And there's Zach Stewart again, shutting that down. So they're just going to go ahead and go up by 10. They settle for the short field goal. And now it's a 2-possession game with 4:27 left in the game. So down 10. Here's the test for the rookie Lambert, and he gets sacked by Carlos Rich. Carlos Rich, the rookie left end, he started because Sean Arnold just wasn't getting it done anymore. Lambert to throw. Oh, Tim Luke is open. Nice throw and catch. Tim Luke shouldn't be as good as he is. Lambert to throw. He's got Marquise Boyd, and that one looks like it's broken up. 2nd and 10. We've got a man in motion. And now Lambert will throw. No, he'll run, and he runs into Alexander Williams. Picks up 1 yard, but I don't want to take a tackle from Alexander Williams for 1 yard. And Lambert's just going to miss. Probably rattled, shaken up by that last play. They have to go for it on 4th and 9 with 2:38 left. Lambert gets hit as he releases it and almost intercepted. That'll be a turnover on downs. So they'll fake the run here. And that's a nice route by Ron Lewis, who gets open for a big gain. Now he's over 100 yards receiving on the day. And Reed throws this one up for A.J. Muse. Batted away. Reed changing the play. Throws that one up and out of bounds. He's hit as he releases. So 3rd and 10. And he's got A.J. Muse on the slant for the touchdown. So Josiah Reed throws another touchdown pass. That gives him 4 in 2 games. An unfortunate interception as well, but I don't put that on him. So now they're pretty much going to walk out of this, walk back to the locker room with a win here. Unless 17 points can be accomplished in a minute 48. Now, in the Eastern Michigan game, we saw a big lead evaporate as they recovered 2 onside kicks in a row against us. So, not counting these guys out yet. But let's see if the defense can step up. Lambert gets it out to Marquise Boyd. Nice tackle by Elisha Wright. 4-yard gain. Lambert to throw again. Blitz is picked up, and that pass is knocked away. That was intended for the fullback, Devon Coleman. Lambert to throw again. Here comes the rush, so that's thrown out of bounds. 4th and 6. And like little babies, they give up and punt it away. That's kind of crazy. That's not what I would do. So, Coach Ryan Lindsay should know that his team gave up. And now everyone thinks less of him. Oh, what a catch by A.J. Muse. Going up after that one. He does not have the speed to make it to the end zone, though. Although he does have good speed. 94, I think. This one goes out to the fullback, Broussard. 2nd and 5. They're looking to add to this lead with 46 seconds left. Trying to get Davis another one. He's not going anywhere. So 3rd and 3. 33 seconds left. And they got a nice push from the center, but he's not able to get in, so he'll make another field goal. And that'll make Gary 2 for 3 on the game, missing that 63-yarder or 62-yarder at the beginning. So now up 20, 16 seconds left. Put a fork in them. The Banthas are done. Or are they, says Tim Luke. Elijah Wright takes him down. They call timeout. Wright is not happy despite having a good game. Luke is not happy despite his success in this game. Here comes the rush. Ball is up. Overthrown. Intended for Tim Luke. It looks like they found a go-to guy. Mark Lambert likes the rookie. This one's thrown up into a crowd with no time left, and that'll come to the earth. And that's game, folks. The Colliders push back. An effort from the Bestine Banthas to pick up a game on them. Josiah Reed still is named player of the game despite a humble game. 281 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. So still a nice rating for Josiah Reed. You have to remember he's used to being in the 60s for his rating. So 94.5, that's good for him. Will Davis only averaged 3 yards per carry, but we'll take those 2 touchdowns. Ron Lewis had a good game. A.J. Muse, not quite Morgan Montoya, but he looked okay in that game. And so, Eric McEwen gave up a sack. And Elisha Wright with 4 total tackles. 3 guys played behind the line. Not a lot of action from our defensive line. 2 sacks. Mark Lambert was mostly able to get rid of it, though. 1 interception, that was Sintamuel. Cheeseborough. Finally starting to get the interceptions that weren't coming at the beginning of the year. And Andy Gary adds another miss to this season. He only missed twice his rookie year. Didn't miss at all last year. Now he's got 2 misses this year, but to be fair, one of them was a 62-yard attempt in the rain. Robbie Ivy, have fun while you can. And that's the game. Leave a comment, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Let's keep this Colliders magical season going, and maybe we'll even make it to the Super Bowl and win this time. Peace.